Hello, Shadwell here, ready to talk about the next film in my collection, The Giant of Marathon from 1959. It's the third film in the Clash of the Olympians collection, is directed by Jacques Turner, Bruno Vaiolati, and Mario Bava, and stars Steve Reeves and Sergio Fantoni. Mario Bava unofficially helped direct this film, which makes sense because he was already doing so much other stuff behind the camera, including being behind the camera as the director of photography, but he also did the visual effects and the special photographic effects as well. I gotta admit, I am woefully inept when it comes to Greek and Roman history. In fact, I'd say I know even less than that because while watching the last film about the fallout from the Trojan War, I had mistakenly thought the Trojans had won the Trojan War, which obviously they couldn't have, otherwise why would they have been banished from their lands in the Avenger? So yeah, I'm a dummy. Luckily, a couple of the movies do a mediocre at worst job of teaching me something of history. Like, I think this movie takes place parallel to the actions of the film 300, as this film deals with the Persian invasion, but from the Athenian perspective. Although, let's just face it, the most important thing about this movie is it stars a beardless Steve Reeves, which automatically this film has an uphill battle. And don't get on my case for being shallow, because the entire third act of this movie is a bunch of Grecian men clad in only white rags covering their naughty bits filling the screen. This film is so homoerotic, I actually wonder if it wasn't trying for homoerotic. From the third act costuming choices, or rather lack of them, to Steve Reeves wrestling a big brute of a man about 20 minutes in, this film hits some definite notes. Don't be confused because I am most certainly not complaining, I'm just seriously doubting that all of it was an accident. Now, if Steve Reeves had only not had his face clean shaven in the film, I would have given it a B+ based on its sex appeal. But it's also a pretty good movie that tells a historical tale about the inspiration for the Olympic marathon, and that is Steve Reeves' character Philippides traveling at top speed from Marathon to Athens to warn them of a sneak attack from the Persian army. Again, I don't know Greek history, so I only know that because the film says as much in a text crawl at the very beginning of the film, and then shows the first marathon at the end of the second act. It's an interesting movie with a whole lot of gay subtext, and for that I'm going to give The Giant of Marathon a C+, which, like I said, would have been a B+ if Steve Reeves had just kept his beard like he does in every other one of his films, as far as I'm aware. Next time we are back to the 50 Driving Movie Classics with the 1978 film Drama. See y'all then.